consciousness had been trapped by the doctor, but we followed the clues she left behind. So much time has already passed since then, and it seems Sumeru's changing. Paimon just hopes this peace will last a long time, and then Nahida won't have any more new problems to deal with. Yeah, guess you're right. We somehow always come to think of it. Maybe it's all because of you. Maybe you're just a magnet for trouble. Huh? Me? Before Paimon ran into you, Paimon never ran into any trouble. At most, when she was super tired, Paimon got caught in... Anyway, for Nahida's sake, maybe we should think about heading to our next destination for now.
Ah, look who it is. Running into you in a place like this? I can see you two still love wandering around.
Oh, it's Dia! Since when are we just wandering around? We're usually... But never mind that. What brings you here?
I just finished a commission in the desert for a usual client of mine. Nothing too interesting. Just, that's when I saw you two all the way over there, chatting away. What were you... Huh? You can't say I saw that coming. But you are travelers. Bumping into you like this will become a rarity. I'm starting to... Hey, how about I gather a few mercs to escort you two? What do you...
Thanks, but no need. Oh, Paimon had no clue you'd miss...
Sounds good. All you need to do to get to Fontaine is cross this stretch of desert and navigate some waterways. So, when are you leaving?
Oh, wait a sec. Paimon just remembered there are still a few
I see. Guess you won't be needing a going-away party or anything. Though, now that I think about it, Sumeru wouldn't be what it is today without you.
By the way, should we go say bye to Nahida? Oh, good point. Then there's no need to bother her in the real world.
Then, I guess this is goodbye for now, Traveler and Paimon.
Goodbye, Dia. Bye-bye, Sumeru. land and water, we finally made it! Oh, this must be Fontaine's... Wow! Everything looks so advanced in Fontaine! Paimon's heard that the industry here is extremely developed. Just seeing the sights as a tourist is nice, but maybe it would be better if we found something to do. What do you think? Good idea! Nahida gave us loads of useful information. Seeking out the Seven is probably still our best source for information at this point. Yeah, the more we can learn, the better. So, what do you think the Hydro Archon's like? Will we get along? Nahida said... To learn about a nation's god, start with the nation's people. There seems to be some locals talking over there. Let's go see if we can join the party.
If you ask me, it's a tragedy how things ended for him.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of ending for him. I thought he would at least fight on a little longer for his family. I was expecting a sudden plot twist, but it's a pity that it never happened.
Excuse me. Can I help you too? I couldn't help.
Hi. We're travelers new to Fontaine, and we had something we wanted to...
Play? Oh, no. We're talking about something that really happened.
Really? Like, a real trial?
Well, good tales are often based on true stories, aren't they? And what you see in reality may also be someone deliberately putting on an act while whether something is true or not simply isn't that important. The main thing is whether the story being acted out... Oh, but it looks like you're not from around here. You probably don't know that the Fontaine Court of Justice is called the Opera Epiclese, or more commonly known as just the Opera House.
But, shouldn't court cases be treated a little more seriously than that? Not to question...
No worries. Other visitors to Fontaine have wondered the same thing. You could say that we just don't want to waste the moving stories behind those cases. And as for your worries about whether the cases are treated with due reverence, we have the absolutely just and honorable Chief Justice, as well as the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal, a machine created by the Archon. Between the machine and the Chief Justice, false charges and injustice are a thing of...
Pure trees? Is it some kind of machine, too? Oh, wait. I almost forgot to ask you our question.
Oh, that's easy. Just go to the Opera House. Lady Farina practically lives there. You could definitely say it's...
I think what they mean is that... In that case, I'm afraid it's going to be a tad more difficult. You'll have to make an appointment well in advance, and...
Huh. Is the Hydro Archon super busy taking care of official stuff? Wait.
No. Lady Farina seldom takes an interest with the nation's affairs. The reason...
That's right. After all, she is the Archon. Though she may tend to get a little dramatic from time...
Huh. First time Paimon's ever heard of an Archon. Wait! Paimon gets now! The Hydro Archon is...
Yeah, I suppose you could say that.
Hang on. This is still Fontaine's Archon.
Yes, you're right. I guess I should at least try to be a little more respectful in front of visitors.
Come on. Sure, there's a lot of laws here, but nobody's going to be arrested for saying something disrespectful about the Hydro Archon.
All right! I think we get it. Thank you! At least we now know that we can find the Hydro Archon at the Opera House. But who knows how long making an appointment will take? Hey! What are you looking over there for? Huh. Maybe something's the matter. She isn't going to jump into the water, is she? Maybe we better go check on her.
I'm fine.
Oh, okay then. We just noticed that you seem...
About many things, actually. I was just reminiscing about a place my brother and I would play when we were kids. It was...
You're pointing at the sea. Wait, are you saying that you and your brother lived in the water?
No, people call the waters around Fontaine a sea. It's actually just an inland lake that's... And no, I can still see that hill clearly in my memories. Now, he would skip and jump, tossing sand in the wind. The sun shone bright, but now, the water is gradually...
Sir.
Ah, I don't believe we've had the pleasure of meeting. Are you Lynette's new friends?
Oh, and you...
Thanks for looking after my sister. She often comes here to reminisce about our allow me to introduce myself. I'm Linny, and this is my sister Lynette. If I had to guess, I'd say you must be travelers.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We were just talking with your sister. Even though we didn't really...
I see. It's unusual for Lynette to be so willing to talk with anyone.
Oh, really? Then you two are just like us. Paimon's always the one talking for some reason. So that's how you think it is?
I also think my brother can be too talkative at times.
Seems you were right.
So, what did Lynette mean just now when she said that the water...
Oh, that. It's from a prophecy. Well, I suppose prophecy isn't exactly the right word, because that implies a certain amount of uncertainty. There's no doubt about what's happening in Where to begin? Let's put that question on hold for a moment. We still haven't formally greeted...
Did all the introductions earlier not count?
Hello, traveler. And hello, Paimon.
Hey! Why didn't Paimon get a handshake?
Please, don't take offense. Just consider it a sort of etiquette we have here in Fontaine.
Oh, all right then. Well, by the way, we were just getting ready to go to the Opera House to meet the Hydro Archon. Would you be able to show us the way?
So you're going to see Lady Farina? No problem at all. In fact, I was planning to go to the Opera House later myself. I'll gladly take you. Please, follow me. You said you were going to see Lady Farina? Well, it seems Lady Farina...
So, she's the Hydro Archon?
My dear people, rich and poor, those with cup in hand and those with nothing at all, raise your glasses in celebration. If you don't have one, then just raise your hand in lieu. As you can all see, two unfamiliar travelers have arrived in our nation. Come, let us make a toast in honor of this traveler and her companion who have journeyed here from distant lands.
Is she talking about us?
I've long heard tired of the turmoil and chaos you've left in your wake as you visited other nations. But I welcome you nevertheless. No, I have come to receive you personally. Fear is for insignificant cowards. I am a god, and I will never entertain the notion of such meaningless wariness. You can be rest assured, I see clearly your sincerity. Of course, seeking an audience with me is the most sensible thing to do. It will allow you to truly behold my power and witness my authority. Intelligent people always gather under the correct banner. I, Focalor, hereby welcome you to the nation of Hydro and acknowledge the value and significance of your trip. Now, you may rejoice in this.
Yeah, Paimon still can't believe it. Feels like we've... But the Hydro Archon's entrance was... Miss Hydro Archon? How did...
I see. As Outlanders, you inevitably lack even some of the most basic understanding. Don't forget that even the gods can be divided into the mediocre and the excellent. I suppose it's only natural for you to be awestruck by my abilities. You had best stop and consider. Do you really have the noble qualities and etiquette necessary to communicate with a god? All it takes is a flick of my finger for me to know everything about you.
Whoa. Talk about sounding high and mighty.
Oh? What's with these looks? Perhaps the welcoming ceremony still isn't enough? What else should I say then?
Is she waiting?
Wow, I didn't expect to see Lady Farina here. Wait, does this mean they're the legendary blonde traveler?
Hey, what's all the commotion? Oh,
Of course. That's the blonde traveler. The one all those stories are about. Lady Farina came here to personally...
ooh, I've got to see this. I knew Lady Farina...
Yes, but don't get too excited now. My dear believers and spectators alike tend to get quite rowdy, and despite the noise, I've come to tolerate all their ruckus. You may consider this my reward to all of you. I have determined that there will be an epic duel between myself and this traveler from another land, just as you were hoping to see.
Now she wants to fight? Aren't we getting a little ahead of ourselves?
Are you not afraid? Might I remind you that this is a duel against the divine?
What are you trying to do, traveler? Provoking a god in front of her people?
Stand down, Clorend. I admire her bravery. Few have the courage to draw their sword against a god. She is obviously a true warrior. Unfortunately, people nowadays only crave to be thrilled, and a mere duel will not slake their thirst for excitement.
Huh. Yeah, she's right. Just a duel wouldn't be all that interesting.
On Araneus, criminals are always requesting duels to defend their honor. I'm getting it.
You see. Then, as the god of justice, I shall face this traveler in another kind of duel. A duel in court!
Whoa. All right! Now that'll be worth seeing!
Right. This is Fontaine, after all.
Why do you care so much about the crowd's reactions? Seems you've spent a little too... Besides, how exactly do you plan to have a duel in court? You mean you're going to put us on trial?
Oh, we have reason to put you on trial. It's obvious, isn't it? According to Fontaine law, no one is permitted to release any flying objects within Fontaine city limits during the first 3 days of each month. You are...
Oh, so that's what they've done wrong. That's our Lady Farina. No.
You call that obvious? What kind of law is that? Wait,
Precisely! Now, if you two have no objections, then in the name of the Hydro Archon, I order your arrest.
My apologies, Lady Farina. I don't mean to spoil the fun, but if you... I don't think that Paimon here meets the definition of a fly.
you tell her, Linny! Finally someone who's not crazy. How could anyone call Paimon a...
Great magician Linny, my beloved citizen. I'll permit you to object, but how exactly do you plan to prove your claim?
As a magician who just rained on your parade, I naturally should shoulder the response. So, with such an audience gathered here,
ta-da!
What's that on Paimon's back? Hey, when did Linny do that?
there. As you can all clearly see, Paimon should be classified as, well, something like a balloon. This rope has been in...
Huh? You call that magic?
I thought it was pretty...
Huh? I'm not sure what to think.
Amusing. Very amusing, Linny. Just the sort of unexpected twist that I enjoy. With you here, today's performance can finally be called complete.
Performance? You see...
In which case, consider the matter of your trial resolved. The god of justice will not bring charges against an innocent person. But when there are valid grounds, I will not only judge travelers from abroad, but even the gods of other lands. I look forward to seeing your upcoming performance at the Opera House, Mr. Linny and Miss Lynette. That's enough for now. Toodaloo!
Just like that! She's gone! Well, that's the most unpredictable Archon Paimon's ever seen. You never even had a chance to ask her anything. But that's a problem for future Paimon. That whole scene just now was...
Don't mention it. I just happened to remember that there was such a law, so I did a little preparation. Just so. Now do you see what...
She can be a bit confusing at times, but she is still amenable to reason.
Anyway, Paimon had no idea you were a magician, Linny.
I just know a few simple tricks I use to make a living. It will actually be my first time performing on the most prestigious...
But isn't the Opera House where criminal trials are...
When there are no public trials being held, the Opera House hosts a variety of other performances. And speaking of performances, I would be
My brother's always excited to make new...
Oh, sure. We don't really have anything to do now, and we wanted to...
Splendid. In that case, why don't we go together? I'll show you the way. I just have... Oh, you really mean it? Then This is a magical item known as a magic pocket.
Huh? What are they going to use it for?
about that... I'm not sure exactly when it began, but a prophecy has been circulating. It says that every person in Fontaine is born with sin. No matter how the Nation of Justice holds trial after until one day, the water levels in Fontaine will rise, and in the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping on her.
That sounds pretty gloomy. Why are people in Fontaine born?
There are lots of guesses. Some say that the ancestors of Fontaine stole the power. Others say that the people of Fontaine never heeded the first Hydro Archon's warnings. But here in Fontaine, evidence is what matters. There hasn't been concrete evidence for any of these claims, so...
If even the people in Fontaine don't know what sin they committed, wouldn't it be better just...
That's exactly what the people did at first. But in the last few years, the water levels in Fontaine have...
Many places have already been completely
Many people carry on with their lives as before and shrug it off as a natural phenomenon. But my family and I think that the people of Fontaine shouldn't ignore the possibility, which would... We hope that at least the people who reside near the waterfront can move away before it's too late. So, as a magical item, these magic pockets have astonishing capacity.
Oh, Paimon gets it! It's like preparing for a rainy day! But...
Perhaps only absolute power could ever contend with such a catastrophe. But who knows? Now, if you'd like to help, then please give these magic pockets to anyone nearby.
What's this? So you also believe in the prophecy?
What? You mean you d-
No, I believe in the prophecy. The story says that people once lived in the ocean. But as time wore on, people desired to live on land and developed blood vessels. So, if you ask me, when the water rises and takes...
Oh, we hadn't heard that one before. But people can't...
All right, I'll take it. I guess I just feel...
So you're the blonde traveler that everyone's been taught. Oh, a magic pocket? Seems you really thought of... Thanks. Please, also thank the magician on my behalf.
I don't want that thing. The way I see it, if the prophecy's true, life is all about living in the moment. What use is there in worrying about the future all the time?
You should still take it. You never know.
Oh, all right, fine. Thanks. It's just that...
Oh? You already handed out all of the magic pockets? That was fast. So, yes, but that will change once disaster strikes. I know they'll change their minds, so it's only right to help them prepare.
Is there anything else you need to do before...
Yes, one last thing. I have the magic pockets made by a workshop in the court of...
So, you want to collect materials? Just tell us what the materials look like and we'll have...
Oh, that would be much appreciated. We'll need some Romaritime flowers. I remember seeing them...
Accelerating.
It seems we have to use Hydro to collect maritime flowers.
Body and mind.
This world is full of unsolved mysteries.
You made quick work of that. I can tell you're an experienced... Maybe next time you'll feel like helping
No way. I'm in power-saving mode today. Otherwise, I feel...
Fine. Though the performance is still a long way off.
So, we're going to the court of Fontaine before we head to the Opera House? Good.
Wait, shh. Have you noticed that person over there? The young girl.
Huh? What's wrong with her?
She's magicians and thieves practice similar methods. We divert attention, watch her movements carefully.
Oh, he's right!
Shh, keep your voice down. We need to think of a way to catch her, but it seems she's very alert. You two can ride the lift over there and wait up top. I bet that'll be her escape route if she tries to run. All right, let's...
This is the spot where Linny wanted us to wait. Oh, look! Isn't that her? Oh no! Did she notice us? What should we do? Should we chase her? You're right. She might Nothing's happened for a while now. Paimon wonders if Linny caught the thief. Yeah, let's go.
Are you sure that's all she took? You should check to make sure you're not missing anything else.
No, that was all. Oh, I can't thank you. And anyway, I should...
Oh, were you returning what the thief had stolen?
That's right. Pity I wasn't able to catch her. She distracted me by dropping the thing
I saw the general direction she went, but Linny twisted his ankle, and I need...
Oh, did you get...
I'll be all right. It's just a twisted ankle, that's all.
If you want to play at being a hero, at least try not to get hurt doing it. Imagine what would happen if you managed to derail our...
You're right, you're right. I have to admit that the thief was even more skilled than I had... But at least we were able to get the stolen items back, so it wasn't a...
What a slippery little thief. Guess things turned out all right in the end, though. Linny's the...
All right, let's put this little detour behind us. We should go...
Accelerating.
So, we ride this thing to go into the city? What an ingenious...
This is an aqua bus. It allows people to travel between several key locations. It's pretty convenient, but the ride can become a little dull after a while. The scenery is always the same.
So you mean it's still boring, even when I'm...
No, that's not what I meant. It's just that... Besides, it doesn't really feel like a real trip when it's just the two of us. It's the same as...
What a...
Guess that's what it's like to be an older brother.
It's about time for us to leave. Let's get on board.
Oh, excuse me! Aren't you the great magician, Linny? And is this...
Hello? I don't believe...
I'm Charlotte, a reporter for the Steambird.
Nice to meet you. From the Steambird, huh? We've often relied on your paper to promote our performances.
It's an honor to meet you.
Wait, could that be the legendary traveler who's been making headline after headline in their journey across Tibet?
Amazing! You recognize...
I wouldn't be much of a reporter if I didn't know who... Wow, today must be my day! Who knew I would end up on the same boat as so many
So, Charlotte, what do you...
Well, when there isn't any breaking news, I mainly cover the trials at the Opera House. You can still manage to keep readers' attention as long as you tell things from a clever enough angle. For example, reporting on how a scammer once deceived vulnerable girls into relationships, or how a financial criminal was once so poor that they ate a single piece of bread for 5 days. That's fine and all, but what I'm really after is exclusive, sensational news pieces that could shake the country. Oh, I just remembered. I've been following a case lately. Well,
You mean the serial disappearances of young...
that's right! These stories are the talk of the town right now, and it's... If I'm the first with a draft ready to publish when the case is finally... Oh! When that happens, I bet all the other reporters will shed tears of envy. I've already gathered all kinds of material.
So, what is the...
That's right. The first missing girl case happened almost and ever since, after a period of time, another girl disappears. Well, the cases haven't but the scariest part is that to this day, many suspects have been arrested over the years in connection with this case, but shortly after each arrest, another disappearance would always happen. Yes, it's possible. But either way, I believe that every case...
Yes, I agree. And at the very least, the family of those missing girls... I just imagined for a second what I would do if Lynette were to suddenly disappear. I'd pay any price to get her back, and then find a way to track down the...
Please don't imagine that, Linny.
Hey, we're almost there! Look!
Well, I really enjoyed chatting with you. Life should be full of pleasant little surprises.
Yeah, us as well. The ride went by too quickly.
I have an interview to get to. I should get going.
Okay, Hyman hopes we can chat again soon.
Bye now. Oh, be sure to stop by and see me at the Steambird.
What a tough job. Always running around and
If you don't mind, how about we stop by my home first? Besides, I still have all the materials we collected.
Sure, we wouldn't mind at all. This city is so huge, Paimon wouldn't know.
Where do I want to go? Simply input a command, and I will do my best to reach the destination wherever it may be. But based on our conversation history so far, there is a high probability that your question has a less direct meaning. If you are asking about my individual objectives, plans, wishes, and other such...
This is our current abode. Ah, Fremine, you're home. Where did everyone else?
Oh, they all just...
I see. Everyone is getting busier now that Father will be returning. Allow me to introduce you to my little brother, Fremine. He is a phenomenal
hello.
Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Oh, you sound very proud to have a diver as...
Linny, could you come here for a moment?
What is it, Fremine? Do you have something to tell me? Okay, I see.
Is everything all right?
Oh, it's nothing. We were just discussing a... Oh, before I forget, the Traveler and I collected more materials to make magic pockets.
Yes, I went diving and gathered lots of materials.
That's our Fremine, always quick with the underwater work.
Looks like rain.
Oh, you're right. But wasn't it clear and sun?
I'm afraid that's just how it is here. It often rains on days where there are...
What's wrong, Fremine?
There's a legend about the rain that I tend to believe. It said that a dragon of water once resided in Fontaine. Though we don't know where the dragon went. When I was a child, my mother told me that if I wanted to go outside and play, I should... Hydro Dragon! Hydro Dragon! Don't cry!
If it's an elemental dragon, then having the power to make it... Let Paimon try something. Hydro Dragon, don't cry!
Doesn't seem to be of any use. It is just a legend after all.
You know, you might be a more popular magician if you understood the concept of romanticism. Or...
Sorry. It might be because we've never met the Hydro... It rained for longer than I suspected.
Was there something you needed to do?
Yeah, some preparations for the show at the Opera House. On the day of the performance, just ride the aquabus to the island of Araneus. I'll have Lynette meet you at the fountain in front of the Opera House.
Oh, are you leaving?
What is it, Fremine? I'm in a hurry. Oh, I get it. Perhaps we could trouble the Traveler to help us take these materials to the Beaumont workshop and deliver... I'm afraid that Fremine can be quite introverted, and the boss there tends to...
No trouble at all! Don't worry, we're on the case!
Sorry for the inconvenience. I'm quite useless when it comes to such tasks.
Oh, no need! This'll...
Oh, hello there. New customers? Looking to buy, or do you need something made?
Oh no, we're just here to deliver some materials.
Ah, these must be for Magic Pockets. I could tell right away. I've already... No need. They've already prepaid several batches worth. When they told me what they'd be using them for, I even offered them. But they insisted on paying the full amount, saying that I had a business to run.
Wow. So...
I can't say for sure, but who knows? Maybe there's...
Hey! Is this machine what you use to make stuff here?
Why use your hands when a machine can do the work? It would be a waste not to use the latest technology.
But
Well, it's a little complicated. But basically, everything we usually use here in the city is powered by indemnitium. It's a type of energy that's produced.
Huh? How can trials produce it?
Well, I'm not completely sure of all the details. When a trial is in session, the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale harvests people's belief in justice and can.
So that's what its other function is? Paimon heard that but Paimon still doesn't get it. How could something unreliable like people's belief... Oh, yeah! So that means the Hydro Archon relies on the machine to take the energy...
Even though I've never heard anyone really put it that way before, besides indemnitium, we have another type of energy called It isn't produced by the power of the Archon, but it is unstable by nature. Even now, it still cannot be widely used by civil...
I thought I'd find you hard at work, but here you are chatting the day away. Since you're already talking, I'm sure...
You again? Didn't I already promise you that I'd have the more I owe to Confrérie of...
Yeah, but how do we know that you won't go running off by the end of this month? I want 50%...
Huh?
Seems business isn't so great for the workshop. We've already finished our job and delivered the materials. Maybe now's a good time to leave?
Hey, hold on. Before you go around trying to collect payments, why don't you settle your... If Confrérie of Cabriere wants to poach clients from Northland Bank, that's fine. But I'm afraid you still owe the bank a hefty sum of mora. So why don't we work things out between...
You're from Northland Bank. But we said we...
Traveler, Paimon! I didn't think I'd run into you here in Fontaine. What are the chances?
We're surprised to see you too! What are you doing here in Fontaine? You didn't want to stay in Snezhnaya?
Long story short, I've already been in Fontaine for some time now. But it seems that fate brought our paths together today. Not only will I have some good friends here now, but either way you look at it, it seems things are going to get a lot more interesting.
Pretty sure we'd want to avoid anything that you'd find interesting. Besides, our trip here has gone pretty well so far. Right, Traveler?
Hey, you! Northland Bank
Don't interrupt. It's not often I run into the Traveler like this. Why don't you wait for me over there for a while?
You kidding? Aren't you the one looking for us? You really expect us to... Listen to me, boy. If you want your mora...
Hey, I just said not to interrupt. Oh, by the way, Traveler, the last time I took Tonya and Tusser ice fishing,
Hey! That's way over the line! All right, boys, let's see you...
Can you at least let me finish one sentence? Fine. Though the bank told me not to get... You're the ones who started it. This is an act of self-defense. You two will have to be my witnesses, okay?
I'm sure this won't take long.
Riptide! Ta! Bring it on! Ta! Ta! Yeah! You're mine! Ta! 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 Shouldn't let your guard down.
What's your deal, Brad? How are you so strong if you're just a step?
Oh, now you notice. It's a little late, don't you think? Just make sure you Huh?
Now's my chance!
Huh. That was weird. I'm not sure. It's as if I suddenly lost control of my hydro powers when I needed them.
Strange. How could that happen? First time Paimon's ever...
Never mind. It doesn't matter. If I want to stay sharp, I shouldn't be relying too much on my vision anyway. Besides, I always have my delusion in case I need it.
So what are you doing in Fontaine, child? And don't say it's work for Northland Bank.
Well, I guess it's because I've been in a bad...
Huh? What kind of reason is that? Wait, since when do you feel...
I don't know. But recently, there seems to be some sort of restless power stirring inside of me. And I don't...
Maybe you losing control of your vision?
That is a possibility. I can't remember if I ever mentioned it before, but when I was 14, it was during that time I learned nearly all of my abilities. The one who took me under her wing and taught me, she was always quiet and very mysterious. Nobody knew where she came from or what she had been through. And one time, I asked her why she was willing to take me on as an apprentice. From what I could make, because I had awakened it, and traces of it remained on me. She said...
But what is it? What did...
She never explained that. But my guess is that it's related to a dream I saw when in my dream, I was in the deepest depths of the sea, and the boundless seabed was all around me. But in front of me appeared...
A whale? Oh, that sounds familiar! When we fought against you...
That's just an abstract form of a whale that I create using my... It takes that shape because the scene I dreamt of the whale has always been stuck in my mind. I'll never forget.
So you used the whale as inspiration for one of your moves? Huh. Seems a little twisted to Paimon. So why don't you just go ask your master? Maybe she knows.
You make it sound so easy. Ever since the incident I experienced, but it's been years now, and I've still found nothing.
Oh, it sounds like...
Yeah, I'm out of leads at this point, but there's nothing more I can do. Oh, seems the time really flies when I'm talking with you. I just remembered I have somewhere else
What? More work for the Northland?
No, it's more of a personal appointment. Lately, I've been sparring with some of Fontaine's
Official champion duelists? You mean it...
Yep. In Fontaine, before a criminal goes to court, they're given one chance to The champion duelists are all-powerful fighters selected from among the nation's best. So engaging in such a duel is regarded as a symbol of defending your honor. If a criminal manages to win the duel, they'll be acquitted. But if they lose, and the worst-case scenario is that you're simply killed, though it's rumored that Fontaine has a death penalty. From what I can so really, the only people who opt to duel are those who have suffered a grave injustice in being accused, or those who greatly value their honor.
So, do many people actually get out of their trials by winning the duel?
Apparently, it's exceedingly rare for anyone to actually win. Fontaine probably enacted this system as a way to Besides, none of the champion duelists are to be trifled with, which is exactly why I was itching. Apparently, the one I'm meeting today, Clorinde, is the strongest of the champion duelists. I had been asking her...
Well, that's child for ya. Paimon feels like we heard that name somewhere before. Clorinde.
Oh, before I forget, I want...
Huh? Your vision?
I'm just worried that it could become uncontrollable again. I'd be pretty upset if it got in the way of my duel. So, besides, I just need you to hold on to it for a short while.
Paimon knows what you're up to. You just want an excuse to come talk.
Whatever gave you that idea?
That sneaky guy. He said he's been feeling down lately, but... Well, since we don't have much to do for now, we might as well walk... Wow! Who could have seen that coming? The reporter who was barely around for most of the story was the murderer all along! Sorry. Paimon was just surprised, that's all. The whodunits here in Fontaine are a lot different than the light. It's so exciting to reach the moment when the... Oh, sorry about that. But, hey, shouldn't we be head... Lily said that the Opera House is on Aranias, so let's go ride the Aquabus!
Oh, Archon. Please, bless...
I don't know why you always feel the need to ask so much. I'll be happy as long as I...
I guess if there are, kid, then there's no...
Maybe this is one of the customs in Fontaine!
Vache.
What's wrong?
Vache. Vache.
No, Paimon didn't say anything. Are you here?
Welcome to the Fountain of Lucine. All the water flowing through Fontaine converges here. It's customary.
Lynette! You scared?
Lenny asked me to wait here.
Right.
What do you mean? There are a lot of people here right now.
Hey, you're not trying to scare Paimon, are you?
I see. I might be able to tell. In fact, you might not be imagining things at all. I suspect that what you heard is a
It's because of her sensitivity to the hydro element? But
When do you cry, Paimon?
Wait, what?
Just answer me. When do you...
When Paimon's really sad? Oh, and when Paimon's super happy.
Then you should understand that tears contain your most intense emotion. Like I just mentioned, the Fountain of Lucine is where all the flowing water in Fontaine converges. So maybe what you heard was the intense emotion coming from someone's tears.
So, what did the voice say? Huh. If you were hearing their emotion...
Rather than worrying about them, we should worry about my brother first. Don't let that calm look of his fool you. He tends to get pretty nervous just before a performance. So chatting with Lenny might help him relax.
Oh, right. That makes... I wonder where humans come from.
Accelerating.
Traveler in Paimon, good to see you. I knew you...
Are you kidding? We wouldn't miss it for the world!
I can tell, judging by how early you've arrived. But you're actually right on time. The audience still hasn't started entering the venue yet, which means... The Opera House has assigned seating, so you always have to make reservations.
Ooh, front row seat!
Don't mention it. There's no need to keep thanking.
Hey, Lenny! Could you come over here and take a look?
Oh, I'll be right there. Seems there's an issue with the stage props over there. That's Cal, my assistant, calling me.
Yeah, we'll just go to our seats. You go ahead, Lenny. Oh, these should be our seats. Come on. Uh, Hey, traveler. Maybe we should strike up a conversation with the person next to us. Since we're sitting together and the rest of the place is practically... Ah, you little...
Excuse me, I did not realize you felt awkward. I would be perfectly happy to chat with you if that is what...
Oh, so you heard all of that, did ya? Wait, that's not it, Paimon's. Sorry. Paimon's the one who was being rude, talking under her breath like that. Oh, Paimon's got it. You're also...
A friend, you say? Well, if Mr. Linney would like to be my friend, I would be more than happy.
Oh, so you're not friends with Linney, then. Oh, this is getting more awkward by the second. Paimon nearly forgot to make her Nice to meet you. Paimon is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. We just arrived in
It is an honor to meet you two. I have heard of your deeds across Tevat. And as required by proper etiquette, I will also...
Oh, Monsieur Nervillet! What an honor it is to have you here to see my show!
Ah, Mr. Linney. I should say it is in fact an...
Wait.
I saw you all chatting just now, but it seems you... Allow me to introduce you to Fontaine's Chief Justice. That seat is always reserved for him. It wouldn't be too much to say that...
Whoa! Sorry for being so rude just now.
No offense taken. Being Chief Justice is merely what I do for work. Nearly every person has their use. And by the way, I should probably let you know. There's someone sitting up there in the VIP seats that has been I believe she is trying to give you a most elegant and impressive first. So I think you should take notice of her sooner rather than later. Otherwise she may...
Huh? Oh, it's Farina, the Hydro Archon. Huh.
Very good. That is for the best. No need to pay her any...
Huh? So is this what things are like between the Chief Justice and the Hydro...
All right, please wait just a moment longer. I've pretty much finished my preparations and the
Yay! The show's finally about to start! Paimon can hardly wait! Paimon's never seen a real live magic show before! Ooh! They're dimming the lights! The show must be starting! Sorry, but...
Welcome, one and all, to the Opera Epiclese. I am the star of today's show, Linny. And over here is my sister, Lynette, who will be working as my wonderful assistant. Please.
Hello, everyone.
I know she may seem to be a little sleepy right now, but...
Whatever.
Now, some of you may be thinking, two vision holders who can freely manipulate elemental powers So, I would like to take a moment to assure you that elemental powers will have nothing to do. Both Lynette and myself have removed our visions for the show. That way, even the gods won't be able to help us.
Oh, good point. That's what makes the...
Now, without further ado, let the show begin. Lynette, I know you might miss her, but don't worry. She'll be coming right back on stage momentarily. Perhaps... Oh, and before I forget, there's one more thing You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. A magician's greatest skill is making things disappear or appear. The possibilities are endless. Huh? But this isn't what you came for. These little tricks, you've seen them all before. So it's time for something truly extraordinary, don't you think? This one's a little tricky. Using this water tank, I shall make my sister vanish completely, right before your very eyes. It's actually quite simple. She'll just turn into air bubbles and float right out of the top. Oh no! I told them to check all the props carefully. With the lid on, even air can't escape. An amateur magician would be getting very nervous right around now. Luckily, it's me on stage, so let me show you what a true virtuoso can do. Lynette, are you still there? Don't go too far. We don't want to use up all our magic.
Hi, I'm back.
Uh-huh.
Whoa! What in the world just happened? How did he do that? Paimon didn't see him do anything! Wasn't Lynette inside the water tank? How did she disappear and then reappear out of nowhere?
If we could see easily through his tricks, then that would mean that his skills are... To appreciate magic, you should focus on the show happening on stage, rather than getting caught up in trying to see that...
Guess you're right. Paimon couldn't believe her eyes when Lynette reappeared.
Thank you, everyone. I'm glad you enjoyed that performance. But our magical journey has only just begun. The magic of transformation and disappearance can go far beyond what you've just seen. I'm sure many of you are thinking that escaping the water tank was impressive enough. But Lynette is still my assistant after all. In which case, I have ample time to make all necessary... So, for my next trick, I will require the participation of one lucky audience member. Please, if my assistants could bring... There are 2 boxes and only 2 boxes. One is here. I'm sure many of our clever audience members have already guessed our... Our lucky audience member and I will each enter a magic box. After 1 minute, we will each... Now please, everyone pay very close attention to the box.
Wow! How's he gonna do this? Hey, do you think this is all magic tricks? Or does Lenny have actual superpower?
The lucky audience member will be generated by this random number select. It selects numbers entirely at random. Even I don't know who will be... Now then, let's begin. Let me see. Oh, row 7, seat 3. Congratulations! You, please, come forward. My assistant will take you... I'm sorry, it might be a little cramped inside, but no need to feel nervous. We've carefully arranged... You don't need to do anything, but no matter what strange... If the magic is interrupted, who knows where you might end up? You might even find yourself in the Fortress of Meripede.
Oh.
All right. Before I enter the magic box, there is one more thing I need to ask the audience to... Like this. 60, 59, 58. Just keep counting down. You can go a little faster or slower. I won't be able to see anything in the pitch black box, so I'll be relying on your voices to know... Oh, and no tricks now. If you quickly count from 60 in just 30 seconds, then I'll...
Ooh! Paimon kinda wants to count faster after hearing him say that!
No, that won't do. I can see it in your eyes. Come on, repeat after me. 60, 59, 58.
60, 59, 58!
That's right, perfect. Keep it going. All right, I'll see you all on the other side.
54, 53, 52? Why aren't you counting, Nervalet?
I am counting in my head. I think things are exciting enough in here. Merely a consequence of my identity and personality. Do not worry about me.
Oh, all right. You look so serious that Paimon thought you might be feeling uncomfortable or something.
40, 39, 38!
Mr. Linney, are you all right in there?
Yes, I'm fine. I'm just double... It would be a disaster if we get sent to the wrong places. For example, midair...
Even though he's saying that, Lenny doesn't seem nervous at all. Ah, what was that noise? Did you hear it too? Not sure. Anyway, it doesn't seem like...
25! 24! What's wrong, Mr. Linney?
I seem to have accidentally knocked over a decoration. I'm trying to...
Never mind the decorations. There's no...
No, that's unacceptable. I want my show to be perfect. Don't worry,
19! 18! 17!
It seems things aren't quite going as... It feels like you're all starting to count faster, but that's all right. I know 10 seconds and change is still plenty of...
10!
Almost there now. Whew. Swapping two people is harder work than you might think. Even a master magician like me can't guarantee I'll get it right the first time. Hey, wait! Is this the back one? I can't tell. They both look the same inside. Huh? No, that's not it. I'll try again.
7!
Hey, slow down! Honestly!
5! 4! 3!
Whoops! That doesn't count!
0!
Ta-da!
What happened? Huh? Is this part of the show? Mr. Linney, you're going to use magic to fix the stage now.
What happened?
Oh no. Maybe this isn't part of the show. The girl with...
This performance is over. Medical staff with me. Guards, secure the scene and detain all the performers.
Yes, that's right. If this was just an accident, then we must investigate the cause. But if this was all part of some scheme, then those accountable will not escape the judgment of the God of Justice!
No need to be alarmed, you two. We'll get to the bottom of this soon enough. Unfortunately, the person who is in the magic box has been pronounced dead. His name was... Apparently, the fireworks on stage ignited the ropes that were suspending the water tank. As of now, we are still not sure why we found Cowl in the box. And after an initial search of the area, the guards have confirmed that the girl... It appears that this incident was not merely some mishap with the performance, and there are many indications that it is connected with the case.
The serial disappeared.
That's the case that Charlotte mentioned before!
I know the truth. I can see through the whole thing. Really, using such a shallow and obvious mystery as his finale. Did he really underestimate us that badly? I say that our powerful magician, Mr. Linney, is now the prime suspect for the serial disappearances case.
Huh? Why me? This whole thing with...
No, this all occurred during your magic show, did it not? The missing girl disappeared after being chosen, did she not? The deceased is one of your assistants, is he not? Now that I think about it, that whole speech about magicians making things disappear was nothing more than a provocation, a bald-faced challenge.
That can't be right! How come Lenny... He was in the box on the stage the entire time! Besides, before the show, he told us that he would like to catch the criminal behind the disappearances! He couldn't possibly mean catching himself!
Save discussion for a later time, please. Lady Farina, may I assume that you're...
I just think that he... Well, I think it might be a little early to talk about formally pressing charges.
But what Lady Farina said just now makes perfect sense.
A kidnapping and murder carried out under the cover of a magic show.
I mean, of course, my dear people. But what excites me even more than the obvious truth before our eyes is the opponent I'll be facing. That's right. I mean you, Traveler. You'll support Lenny, won't you? After all, he was the one who helped you the first time we met. Then there's no problem at all. You know, the Traveler and I already had a duel the first time we met. But with Lenny's help, our little duel ended in a draw. But draws really are the most boring possible outcome. So, no more draws. Between the two of us, there must be a clear winner and loser. And...
It wasn't a draw. She obviously lost last time.
I understand. Charges have now been... Well, Traveler, seems Lady Farina has set you in her sights. But putting her dramatic rhetoric aside for a moment, are you willing to act as Mr. Linney's attorney and defend... Very well. The trial will be held a day from now in the Opera House. Both sides may investigate the scene to build their cases and search for the truth. Linney and his troupe are all potential suspects, and shall The audience may begin to leave in an orderly fashion once the...
A day isn't that long. Let's see what kind of case this big-shot Outlander can build in such a short amount of time. I'm really quite looking forward to hearing it.
Lenny!
Sorry about everything that happened just now.
Of course! Who wouldn't be scared after witness...
Yeah, I'm a little shaken up myself. I know you already claimed that you would defend me, but now it's just us talking. Tell me, do you think I could possibly be the Good to hear. I'm sure everyone sees me as the biggest suspect at this point. But if you ask me, the whole thing... I don't know whether what happened there on the stage was purely an accident or not. As for how that girl chosen from the audience could suddenly disappear, I'm afraid I don't have... Even a skilled and knowledgeable magician like myself couldn't pull all that off in just 1 minute.
Which is precisely why we need to investigate. As this book says, the impossible could not have happened. Whatever happened must have been that which is possible. Paimon bought them when we were reading at the bookshop in the city earlier. Don't worry, Paimon used her own savings to buy them. It wasn't for...
I think they look cute on you, Paimon.
You have good taste, Lynette.
That's the right attitude. But with the guards watching our every move, it's going to... Good thing you agreed to be our attorneys. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah, just leave it to us. Oh, since we're going to start investigating, Paimon has a question.
Oh, well... I'm afraid that would involve some of our...
The secrets behind our magic are past saving.
I suppose you're right. Tis truly a pity. As a magician, our magic show is a work of art. But if revealing our secrets will help you uncover the truth behind what happened, then we should go somewhere else if we're going to discuss our magic tricks. We'll go...
All right, let's go have a look while the investigation teams are still here. Hello, officer. How's the investigation going?
Ah, I see. You must be the traveler that Lady Farina mentioned. Listen, I'll be...
Huh? What?
Come with me and you'll see. The deceased is one of Linny's assistants, named Cowell. Even though he hadn't joined the troupe long, the assistants are usually in charge of setting up and inspecting the props, as well as... As you probably saw when you were in the audience, the water tank suddenly fell and smashed the box with Cowell inside. This is the real mystery. We've already searched the scene and were unable. However, if you look carefully, the box was positioned directly under the water tank. The ropes holding the all these factors lining up so perfectly makes it hard to see. If anything, the more logical explanation is that the whole incident was intentionally planned, and Linny...
But he doesn't have a motive.
Are you both good friends of his?
Well, you can't say we're good friends.
So in just a short time, he was not only able to win your trust, but even convince... I know there's no such thing as magic. The real... I've seen a lot of cases, and I can tell you that people are the least reliable kind of evidence. Sorry, I tend to be pretty straightforward. Anyway, you may investigate the scene of the crime yourselves if you're curious. Who knows?
Whoever the murderer, why would it...
I see that you're investigating the area. Well, if you find any new and interesting leads...
We don't have too many thoughts yet.
Then why don't I tell you my hypothesis first?
The thud? Oh!
Yes, exactly. It wasn't terribly loud. It's just that everyone was awaiting the results of Linny's trick with bated breath. So no...
That makes sense.
I'm of the opinion that it may have been the sound of Linny's accomplice. Lynette, perhaps. And when the pyrotechnics went off, she cut the rope, sending the water...
Wait, wasn't the noise we heard too loud?
Perhaps the balance wasn't right, leading to a particularly rough landing. Oh, that's true.
That does remind Paimon the...
here.
Huh? You mean us?
That's right. If I'm not mistaken, you're also among those who wish to cut down the thorns and pursue the truth.
Well, you're right on the more about that one, but who are you?
Have you never heard of the Spina di Rosula? From mediating disputes and providing protection to solving conundrums. And I, Navia, have the honor of being its renowned president. Though those who play by our rules call me boss.
I'm Silver, her attendant. Pleased to meet you.
And I'm Melus, Demoiselle's various state.
Huh? Boss? Demoiselle? What can...
Well, I am the second generation president. Melus...
My apologies, Demoiselle. Should you prefer, boss, I will
No need. You don't have to call me boss. Just Navia.
Okay, if you say so.
All merely trifling details. Never mind. Now... That's right. I've always kept an eye on the serial disappearance cases. Judging from the look of things, I find Linny...
Really? We think so too! That's why we're... But how did you come to...
Intuition, naturally. My unparalleled intuition. Farina sure was quick to point the finger at Linny without any decisive evidence whatsoever. But that's not uncommon for her. If you remember, the Justice had to interrupt her and ask if she was pressing charges. Anyway, a trial begins the moment someone levels charges. And, of course...
Sounds more like you just don't trust...
Well, what's your opinion? I must admit that she can be interesting at times, but liking her doesn't mean that I'll blindly agree with her. All right, I've answered your question.
Wait a minute, did that answer count?
Well, I say it does. But don't worry. In your opinion, do you think it's right to treat a trial like it's...
Well?
And why would that be? See, Silver and Melus?
Most astute of you, Demoiselle. I too think... No matter how wonderful the script or how fervent the audience's expectation, that if that can be done, boss, then...
All right, that's quite enough, Melus. Anyway, now, I need to make some preparations, following which our joint...
Wait! Since when did we become assistant?
Huh? Oh, well, I can be the assistant. Sure. Or...
That's more like it.
Far be it from me to brag, but I believe that Demoiselle's... You wish to save a friend from false accusations, and we...
You have a point. Huh. And what about you over there? What do you think? You seem like...
I have nothing to add.
Oh, alrighty then.
We'll be making some preparations first. Just be...
Sorry, but no one can freely enter or exit the Opera House at the moment.
No, we're not leaving. We're representing Linny and Were you always guarding this entrance?
Yes, after the Chief Justice gave the order, everyone coming in or... So, the missing girl couldn't have left from here. At least, not from that point on. I doubt there was much opportunity.
How can you be so sure?
Well, because I was in charge of security. I couldn't see Linny's performance from here, which was quite a shame. But still, I did not abandon my post. And I stayed put no matter how loud the applause was. If someone had so much... We Melusines are good at that sort of thing, you know.
So, it's safe to say the girl couldn't have left through... Alright, thank you for your help. This'll be useful...
The investigation team has some new findings. Turns out there's an issue with the random number selector after all.
See, I told you. What if the machine picked some big guy's seat?
Sorry to interrupt, but we're helping Linny and Lynette with their side of the investigation. What were you saying?
You're trying to help them? That'll be...
Linny used the machine to pick a random member of the audience during his performance, right? Well, we thought there might be a serious problem with the machine. So we had it taken away for further inspection.
It turns out that the seat number it picked wasn't random at all. I'm sure you already know that you have to make a reservation in advance to get a seat. In other words, Linny knew who would be sitting where.
That much checks out.
Bet you see why I was saying it'd be tough to make a case for Linny.
Even though it's bad for Linny's... So this is the rope that broke and caused the water tank to fall. The rope looks pretty durable. How can it be burned through so quickly by fireworks? Why are you suddenly so serious, Traveler? Whoa. Look! Most of it was burned away, but there's still a little bit of it left. So if a rope meant to hold something with... Wait! Why don't you write all... Hello there! What are you investigating?
Oh, this location has also been cordoned off because the Magic Troupe members are currently considered prime suspects. The seats were all booked in advance, so we were able to deduce the missing woman's identity by checking the guest list. Sure, it's not like this is confidential information. We will publish it later anyway when we petition the public to help. Her name is Halsey. She's a painter from Fontaine who's made... Apparently, she wasn't a regular at the Opera House, but she'd been feeling some pressure with her work lately, which made her decide to come see... The Magic Troupe members all claim not to know her. We have looked into her social connections. It seems that she has no personal grievances. Simply put, she wasn't related to the Magic Troupe at all. Which match?
Were the victims of previous...
That's how it seems to us, in any case. Apart from the fact that they were all young women of around the same age range, there really weren't any other connections.
Okay then.
No need to be so formal. If you do happen to see the missing girl, please, it is of utmost importance that we get to the bottom.
We've checked everything of note here at the performance venue. Paimon wonders how Linny's discussion with the guards is going. Let's go see, shall we? Ooh, things are getting interesting, huh? We're about to see how magic is made.
Understood. Then I will be going with you. Just so you're aware, I will be monitoring your actions and making notes as necessary.
Very good. Thanks for being so agreeable. I'd pull a rose out of my hat as...
You may spare the pleasantries. I'm just doing...
You've arrived. Who's this?
Me? I'm Spina di Rosula's guardian angel. If you've got... Sorry, I got a little carried away there. And these are my companions. Would you mind if they join as well?
Fine by...
Oh, new helpers? I would...
Well, let's just say we're tagging along.
It's not every day you get to see the secrets behind...
I appreciate your kind interest. Come with me. We'll be heading below stage.
Huh? Below stage?
Yes, a world of secrets is hidden beneath this magic box, prepared specifically for this switcheroo trick. But before I reveal everything, you should have a look first. Notice anything strange here? I'm not trying to be dramatic. Remembering the details of a trick will help you understand them.
Huh. Weren't there balloons and other decorations?
Ah, good eye. That said, you're still far from...
The back? You mean the inside of the door?
Very good indeed. The back of this door was patterned. Those patterns are now gone, replaced by a smooth wooden board. So, if you put 2 and 2 together, what do you get? Exactly. All right, let's go. I'll tell you how it works.
Oh, so there was a passageway under the magic box!
I knew you'd figure out most of it. The 2 magic boxes are See this flatbed trolley? The box with the lucky audience member in it would be shuttled over to...
This trolley can raise and lower and even rotate, ensuring that the box will face...
I see. So that's the purpose of the box.
Precisely. The inner box would descend after the audience member was put inside and be moved along...
So that's how you did it!
Once the box was lowered, the trolley would store some energy through this device. The audience member would only be able to feel some slight movements in the dark, and by the time she walked out...
Right! You were talking that whole time, and you even came out for a moment.
Ah, yes. A phonograph operated by Lynette was used. My assistant and I had already scripted our conversation beforehand. When the countdown began, I had already gone to the...
And what about Lynette?
I was in the mezzanine space in the back of the box.
Oh,
That's how we were able to coordinate Linny's lines with the assistant. And
I mean, we are twins. All it takes is a change of clothes and no one can tell who's who. And that's my favorite part of this trick. Only
So that's how it all worked! Wow,
Lynette would briefly walk out of the box and then go back in, jumping into the tunnel and escaping before the box. And then I walk out of the other box in the audience area, But as you saw, Cal was in the box, not our audience member.
We really don't know how that happened.
If not for that interlude, this would have been an astonishing trick. And yet, to think that someone was able... Could we have a look around? I think we can come up with some more...
This is the scene of the crime. So Linny and Lynette are not permitted to stay.
Yes, of course. No need to be so strict now. I won't disappear.
Thanks, everyone. We're counting on you.
What's this?
Looks like a hook tied to the end of a rope. Huh?
Perhaps it was a prop for a different trick.
Whatever it is.
The floor is wet. Please be careful not to slip.
Speaking of which, why would there be water here?
Oh! Paimon knows! It's one of those tricks where you... And here's a broken vase!
That can't be.
Let's note
are here, but she's nowhere to be found.
Right. And do you really need to do that? Ugh, this is so confusing. What is this place?
It seems someone could fit through here.
Huh. Could this have been...
Alone, perhaps. But if they had to pull another person with...
But there are no other ways in or out of here. Oh, you're right! Let Paimon right... Seems we're just about done investigating down here.
Yes, let's head back up. Well, we've ascertained the state of the crime scene. Let's find a place to sort out our findings once Malus returns. Seems to me...
Apologies for the wait, demoiselle.
So, what did the guards say? Did the
They believe the odds of that are very low, since the guards have checked the area carefully. No one left through the basement during the performance or after the incident, and no one was...
So the tunnels become like a secret chamber then! You know, like the kind you...
The plot thickens. No wonder Farina was so confident in her accusation. All the
In other words, the charges are very likely to be upheld unless we make some
Charges and then trial. So if the charges are upheld,
That's right. This is how a trial goes in the Opera House. During the proceedings, the Chief Justice... That's right. This is how the statements from both sides, the defenses from attorneys... To put it simply, it's as if the Oratrice has its own will.
This also precludes any kind of favoritism on the part of the Chief Justice. And not...
Once both sides have finished speaking, the Chief Justice will make his final decision. This, too, will be... Then, finally, the Oratrice will be consulted by officials.
Huh? So that machine is the one that actually decides?
In practice, there is very little difference. Both have always come to the same judgment. Which is... Yes, the guards also asked me to convey that none...
Huh? What?
Because we've chosen to act as the twins' proxies. That makes us...
They're concerned that we might be colluding with outside parties. And even if that were not so, it could prove problematic if we happen to spread...
I'm ready to break out at any time.
Whoa! There's no need for that! Paimon thinks they have a point.
Of course. I just hope you don't mind the lack of options.
In that case, let's just sort out our findings together here. Pity. I was hoping to take you to try some... I mean, what better way to properly think through our findings than a...
Huh. Breaking out suddenly doesn't seem like such a bad idea after all. Just kidding! Paimon will...
What do you mean, no snacks? Of course we'll have snacks. If we cannot buy some, then we'll simply make...
Huh?
Understood, demoiselle. Everyone, please come with...
Wait, you're carrying a portable stove with you?
Yes, I must be prepared to meet...
I have eggs, sugar...
Good work, you two. Then I'll get to it.
These three are quite the interesting... And Paimon thought it smelled good while it was still... From the way you had these two guys carrying on... But you ended up doing the entire thing by yourself!
I was applauding.
And I was giving encouraging smiles.
Paimon was just thinking. Aren't you worried about getting your fancy dress dirty beating egg...
Well, I don't think it's carved in stone anywhere that fancy ladies can only read... Don't underestimate beating egg weights, by the way. It's a real Anyway, give these a try. Fresh out of the oven.
Only 3?
Well, eating too many sweet treats might send all that sugar.
Tea is ready to be served as well. This is Demoiselle's. No need for concern. I'm merely doing as I should.
All right then. Down to business. However, we can assume that Linny and Lynette were not. The magician twins could have committed the crimes, of course, but they lack any logical motive.
Exactly! Why would they do such a thing right when everyone was watching?
The flower vase and the thud we heard during the performance could indicate some, resulting in the shattering of the vase, the discarding of her clothes, and her abduction. Perhaps the criminal thought that since she was chosen from the crowd, she would be.
Paimon thinks that makes sense, but the real trouble.
True. None of the clues we found thus far support the existence of this third, but the only people left to consider are.
Huh. Could Halsey have secretly made modifications to the magic props in order to murder Cowell before
That's right. And even if she had tampered with the setup, she would. Nor does she have any motive. The guard said that she has never had
Were we not through? From the sound of things, this is turning into an Your macarons are amazing though, Navia. They smell good.
They are my specialty after all.
What? 5? Oh, that can't be right.
Please don't worry about it. At my age, a few less sweets might actually be a good thing.
No. Being greedy is one thing. Besides, Paimon knows that if she ate too many, then others wouldn't have enough. Wait, even you don't believe Paimon? If Paimon ate those 2 extra macarons, then maybe.
All right, we get it. Well, I suppose one of us might have. Malus, set up the stove again if you would.
Huh? What are you
making sure everyone gets 3 macarons, of course?
Exactly. We don't want to trouble you.
As you wish, Demoiselle.
And I have the egg sugar and...
Well, this really is...
Well, that's it for snack time. I'm going to have another... I don't know what we're looking for yet, but we've still got some time. It would be awkward if you got all tongue-tied on...
All right, thanks for your help. And...
It was nothing. A small task for the Spina di Rosula. Silver, Malus, it's time to go. I'll be back if I find anything new.
All right, it's time to put our heads to...
Accelerating.
What do we do? The whole situation is so confusing. Good plan. Impossible things don't
just relax. Even if everyone else suspects Lenny and Lynette. Besides, I doubt Farina understands.
Thanks, Navia. Well?
Best of luck to you.
Ah, finally, you're back. Well, how did your...
To be honest, you might be disappointed.
No. We're already very grateful that you were willing to...
Well, now, don't you all look disappointed? That was to be expected, of course. The guilty can never produce proof, but don't let that stop you. I shall be terribly disappointed should you,
Since both parties are present, I declare that the trial regarding the Firstly, in order for the audience to understand the causes and results of the...
Yes, of course. I will explain while Lynette demonstrates on stage.
Thank you, Mr. Linney. In that case, I take your statement to be that you ran to and remained hidden within the magic box in the audience stands once the trick
Yes, that's correct.
In that case, I call upon the prosecution. Lady, for...
Why, of course I do. Allow me to take the first shot and break this case wide open. Mr. Linney is clearly lying. There is no way you could have been in the box the whole time if you were to abduct Halsey and murder Cowell. In fact, I'd say you were hardly in that tunnel at all.
That is simply your hypothesis based on the presumption that I'm guilty.
Oh, is that so? And if I may ask, what did you hear while you were inside your box?
The roaring countdown of the crowd, of course. That's how I kept track of the time and built anticipation for the finale.
And you didn't hear anything else at all? Nothing that might leave an impression of any kind?
No, nothing.
I see. But when the count reached 30 seconds or so, there was a thud. One so loud that I believe practically everyone heard it.
Huh?
Hey, hang on!
Yeah, I'm sure he could have heard a noise that loud from inside the box.
I was right by the box, and I definitely...
Look at those scales. Could those mean...
Well then, ladies and gentlemen, allow me to use the words of the magician himself. You never know what can happen in the blink of an eye. Indeed, it seems his alibi can also collapse in the blink of an eye. Of course, I have armed myself to do far more than smash your alibi. Confidence cannot go unfounded, and my foundations are rock solid. Tell me, aren't you and Lynette...
The House of the Hearth?
No wonder they did something like this.
So the serial disappearances were the...
I've got a feeling that what happened on stage
That's irrelevant. Our identities have nothing to do with what happened.
Indeed. Then perhaps you could tell us everything that happened during that 1 minute. Your first priority is to prove yourself innocent after all. I'm sure there is little that needs to be kept secret now. Unless your script already has holes in it. The Outlander is speechless. My, oh my, don't they look flabbergasted? Now comes the infighting and discord, I suppose. Oh, good thing I made all those preparations. Seems the all-nighter I pulled last night is really paying off.
Hey, Linny, why did...
Order! Order! Mr. Linney, allow me to... First, when the thud was heard in the Opera House, you were neither in the box nor the tunnel. Second, you and Ms. Lynette are both... Are these claims true? Please answer my question, Miss...
I'm sorry. Yes, they're true.
I knew it!
Well, that's it. We might as well move on.
What should we do now?
Granted. In that case, what is your request?
Is that really necessary? They're all...
The defendant deceived their own attorneys. What is there left?
Order! Order! Your request is reasonable, and we shall adjourn.
So you would stick to Mr. Linney's defense even after knowing what you do now? You certainly have more professionalism than I thought. In that case, my dear audience, let's allow the joy of victory to steep for a little while longer.
Well, this is awkward. I didn't think I'm sorry, Traveler, and...
Yeah.
Paimon just knew it. We based our entire reasoning on the assumption that you weren't... Not to set the wrong tone or anything, but...
I'm very sorry. I know you've clashed with the Vatui several times before. I wouldn't be surprised if just hearing the word is enough to make you upset. But our organization is very, very large, and the Harbingers have...
Right now, we want to save people. As many...
That's right. I'm sure we're on the same page when it comes to this nation and the disaster that its people might face. I knew if it weren't for our respective identities, we could become good friends. That's why I didn't wish to flat out lie to you. But the truth is very important, but being completely transparent about everything would see us spending more effort. Right. So, you be the judge. Heck, You met a Fatus who works as a magician, a trickster, but still, I'm asking you to trust me. I am no criminal.
Sorry. Please.
Well, you both say that, but... Right, let's hear your answer first, and...
Of course. I'll answer any question you... We've been trying to find out how the Oratrice operates. We want to know why it has a consciousness. During our investigations, we learned that the machine's... From that moment on, Lynette and I have been designing this box swap trick, with the objective of getting
Is that why you needed a whole minute?
That's right. In truth, the audience would take about 75 seconds to count down from 60, while... So, after jumping into the tunnel, I accessed the Opera House basement via the vent.
That air vent was created during the construction of the tunnel specifically to execute this step.
Well, nothing. As soon as I reached that room and was about to which should have been impossible, of course, that voice seemed to recognize me and tried to speak to me. I chose to err on the side of caution and on the way back, I saw the broken vase and the clothes on the ground, but the countdown was almost finished, so there was... After that, the homicide occurred.
Well, that explains why you didn't hear the thud.
Because of that prophecy I told you about, of course. We must know all we can about this nation's
That's the only way we can save everyone.
So, there you have it. The whole truth. It was never my wish to proceed under this cloud. But, like I said earlier, you can be the judge.
Well, Traveler, you decide. Paimon will follow your lead however you choose.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks for giving us a chance.
The current problem is that the scales are tipped. If we want to refute the Hydro Archon's accusations, we're gonna need a serious... Huh? Hope!
Both parties have returned to their positions. Let us... When last we left off, Mr. Linney acknowledged the new evidence presented by Lady Farina as fact. Therefore, Lady Farina may continue...
That took long enough. Now then, at this stage, let's revisit that scene from Linney's perspective. Countdown began. He entered. When the flatbed trolley passed, he opened the box and got into an altar. He did not realize that this sound could be heard by everyone in the opera house. Finally, he used the vase to knock her out, before making her change clothes to prevent others. At this time, Cowell arrived in the tunnel, having heard that. So Linny proceeded to knock him out. Afterward, Linny passed the unconscious Halsey to his accomplice. And there you have it.
Does the defendant's side have any objections to Lady Farina?
The key to refuting Lady Farina is the order of events. What Linny... According to Linny, Linny went to the room. Linny did not take...
Attention! When the countdown started, Linny did indeed go in, but he immediately used a vent to access the Opera House basement, once he reached that area, he heard a voice in what should have been an empty... The crime scene had already developed by the time he reached the tunnel again, and in order to complete the magic trick, finally he reached the surface, and that was when the... Paimon did it! Paimon...
In other words, you believe that he knew nothing of the incident?
That's right!
My reasoning?
If that's the case, then if Cowell hadn't entered the tunnel, who was the entire setup meant to kill? Assuming that what you say is true, Linny only needed to kidnap the young girl to cause a new disappearance.
Oh, they have a point.
That's right, you tell him! And that... Oh, well, your denial is very strident, I'll give you that. But what proof do you have to back your claims? Of course I do. If he had been in the magic box the whole time, how could he have not heard that sound? Why'd you... You're saying that he wasn't?
Are you sure we don't need to give this more thought? That's right! Linny wasn't in the box. This means that when the crime happened, Linny had... The same clue you used to disprove his alibi has now become the best proof!
Well played. To think you'd use such logic. Well then, if it wasn't Linny who committed the crimes, then who was it?
Halsey is the missing person and an... Could there have been a third person involved? The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant.
Huh? That can't be...
Oh, is that so?
What I must do next is recreate the truth. What Cowell did, and how he went from would-be perpetrator to victim. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So, where... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. He would have been able to tamper... Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there must have been some fear that she would attract attention. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between the missing Halsey and the criminal. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. They would likely have bumped into Linny as well. Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment, which gave our criminal ample time. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrances. So... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny... Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that. It would have been tough for both people to fit into that vent. No one entered or left the Opera House through its entrance. Halsey's clothing was in the tunnel. So, there... Linny was not in the tunnel at that... Halsey's clothing... It would have been tough for both people to fit.
What's wrong, Traveler? Are you still having trouble?
I see how it is. So this was all just a bluff. And here I thought you had something to...
Look, since we're at a dead end, why not just like the trick as it transpired, the end result must have been...
If only we knew how Halsey disappeared.
Well, that would be nice, but the tunnel only has 3 exits. And it's not like this is a magic trick where you can just make a real live person disappear.
Excuse my interruption, dear opponents, but do you not see that the crowd is growing impatient? There is no greater sin in this opera house than an awkward delay in the performance.
If the defense is unable to make further effective arguments, we will move on to the next stage of the trial.
Linny was not in the tunnel at that moment. The sound we heard may have come from a clash between... The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's assistant. The vase was not broken by chance.
Paimon gets it! It all comes together if Halsey... Lynette escaped from the water tank, vanishing gradually and leaving only... If there's a similar
Oh, just a moment, please. I do hope you know how preposterous you sound. How could a person ever be transformed into water? This is reality we're talking about here, not some magic trick. Must we really? I should think that of anyone. Your friend Linny already knows this truth very well. Magic tricks are ultimately just illusions and misdirection. But Halsey's disappearance is very real. We're talking about two completely different things.
Even so, I trust that the truth must be out there somewhere. Perhaps some new line of reasoning may open if we Since Cal was the deceased, we haven't placed much attention on him. But given that we aren't making much progress with the case, it wouldn't hurt to have a look.
People really do come up with all sorts of harebrained schemes when at the end of their rope. The way I see it, your suggestion that we broaden the scope of our investigation is nothing but a tactic for stalling.
Nevertheless, I believe that this is a reasonable request on the part of an attorney. Since the trial does indeed appear to be at an impasse, I believe that Guards, please step into the lounge and examine.
We are still examining the items, but we have already made critical progress that we discovered several test tubes of fluid within Cowell's baggage. The notebook in his backpack claims that these fluids are water,
the primordial sea.
The note's contents also indicate that Cowell belonged to an organization that sells illegal drugs and that he had. The notebook has many entries concerning safe usage of these fluids, in which the keyword dissolve. One of these tubes was labeled Opera Epiclese, along with yesterday's date. The notes also state that these dissolution properties work exclusively on people from Fontaine. It's likely that Halsey was chosen as such. We believe that the defense's hypothesis is...
You've got to be kidding! People dissolve? It's something so ridiculous, actually.
Wait a moment. This reminds me of a certain prophecy.
Huh. If people can become water, does that mean that the water tank's real use was as a... Wait just a minute. Could that mean... You two, with...
Demoiselle, wait! What about your partner?
Let's go. Just trust me.
Order! Order! It is undeniable that further examination of the deceased's personal effect. Still, let us assume that these clues are indeed authentic, albeit with the understanding that Guards, please continue examining the items along these lines. Mr. Linney, it appears your hypothesis is supported by the evidence, so please
Of course. Thank you. If we uphold this hypothesis, I believe that many of this case is seemingly...
Right! Like the metal hook! Let's think about this. Cowell's methods must have something to do with that water from the primordial...
The deceased's name is Cowell, Linny's... The water from the primordial sea should already... Now it seems like the hook rope was not meant for... The rope that strung the water tank up was... Lynette was in the magic box on stage the entire... I remember there was something... The deceased's name is Cowell. The water from the primordial sea should...
It's Ace Detective Paimon's time! In the original plan, Cowell would tamper with the water tank rope, and the number selector secure. When the magic box containing Halsey was lowered, the metal hook would retract gradually. When the balloon attached to the box popped, the water from the primordial seed inside it would... Afterward, Cowell would enter the tunnel and break the flower vase to conceal the water inside the tunnel. with the remaining evidence being covered up by the water tank on stage. But he encountered something unexpected in the tunnel.
Huh. That does make sense.
That actually links together a lot of the more
Oh dear, what do I do? Even I think they sound convincing now.
Now, it seems like the only point of contention remaining is the exact circumstance. His notes mentioned he had an accomplice who could be related to the situation.
On that note, the guards have just contacted me indicating that they uncovered. I shall now invite him on stage to share it with us.
Thank you, Your Honor. We were just inspecting, and we found an identical sample of the water from the primordial sea.
What?
That can't be.
Oh, I see. Well, how wonderfully comedic to have your own counterattack only to come back and wound you. Does this not clear all doubt? My dear citizens, my loyal audience, allow me to present my reasoning and bring this performance to a Linny did not need to take part in the dissolution of the young woman at all. Indeed, he did, having made modifications to the props beforehand. But upon his return, in cruel avarice, ultimately, he knocked Cowell out, and the tool meant to cut. Now, as much as I regret having come to such a viciously straightforward conclusion, it does. Am I right, Miss?
We've used up all the evidence we collected. There's no way for us to make a rebuttal here. Is this the end of...
Oh no! Paimon can't think... seems using the water as new evidence was too...
I think we've all seen enough now, and we have ample witnesses to my flawless reasoning. I believe this is indeed the finale! Now then, my good, noble Chief Justice.
Excuse me, everyone, but I...
Miss, I must ask you not to shout.
Oh, come on. Don't be hasty. I have a good reason for interrupting, you know. Now, would anyone here like to take a little break from all this debate and see a little magic? I'll show you an amazing trick. One that can bring a young woman who is... What in the world?
No offense, miss, but miracles like that are beyond my...
Come on now, don't be silly. Magic is all about misdirection, isn't it? It often conceals the truth, but once everyone believes the illusion, can't magic reveal the truth to... And wouldn't such a trick be the most marvelous finale? Come on, Linny and Lynette. Give it another go. Don't worry. Spin it. But as the magic makers and stars of the show, I think
I understand.
And voila.
Sorry for the interruption.
Wait, isn't that Halsey? So the whole...
To be clear, I'm only here because this person told me that if I testified, the merit of... I was hiding outside this room listening to the proceedings because I was afraid that I would be the one. I was just feeling happy that no one had noticed me.
that'll teach you to...
Where should I begin?
What? Why?
Firstly, my name isn't Halsey. It's Lillian, and I'm originally from Mondstadt. I heard that Linny's show was gonna be a real thriller, but I missed the chance to buy a ticket, so that's how I make a living. I steal stuff here and there. And I'd never... But I was noticed at the harbor a few days ago, and I barely got away.
Hey! No wonder you look familiar! So you were the thief! Liddy even mentioned that you were pretty skilled!
Well, and I thought that would have been the end of it, but then the number selector chose me. He even mentioned the Fortress of Meripede. That's a prison, isn't it? So you can imagine how shocked I was. I thought he was on to me for sure. So I played along with the show while looking for an opening to flee, but then I got water poured on me for no reason, and then someone... I wasn't going to take that lying down, so I knocked... There was nowhere to run from there, though, so I had to change my clothes and hide in a box containing... I slipped out after the first guard arrived at the scene and continued hiding inside the opera house.
Can a person even hide in there?
But I swear, I didn't know that the water tank would fall down. Really, I swear it. Had I known that, I wouldn't have put him in the magic box.
Well, that makes everything pretty clear now, doesn't it?
This time, we need to tell the entire... The strange sound... The flower vase was not broken. Lillian was afraid.
And it's Ace Detective time! Having been selected out of the blue, Lillian panicked. Her panic only intensified after she entered the tunnel. Hearing the commotion, Cowell... He did not know that Lillian was not from Fontaine. Mistakenly believing that the water from... The two broke the flower vase during the struggle. With no way of escaping, she changed her clothes and... that she would have to go through guard inspection if she tried to leave afterward.
She had already become desperately hungry by the time we were chatting over macarons. So, she swiped to a...
At this point, all the events that happened...
Ah, so that...
Bravo!
Now then, Lady Farina, do you wish to... Please answer the question, Lady Farina. Also, if I may add, the trial has not yet ended.
What? Are you reading my mind now? No. I have no further arguments. I admit defeat. But really, could you at least have left me with some dignity?
Wow! Look at that! She's like a deflated balloon.
If there are no objections, then as the Chief Justice of Fontaine, the actual perpetrator of the serial disappearances, Cowell, selected his... With some modifications to the selector, he could ensure that the pre-selected... To cover up any evidence while committing the deed, Cowell thought of allowing the water tank to fall, which would... He also tampered with the rope suspending the water tank, using the fireworks at the end of the performance to cause the tank... He poured the water from the primordial sea into a balloon during the preparation of the magic box. Finally, he passed the prepared hook on a rope through the gap in the magic box's door when bringing the young woman... When the magic trick officially began, the box containing the woman was lowered into the tunnel, tightening the hook rope and bursting the balloon containing the water. If all had gone to plan, the young woman would be dissolved at this time. However, Lillian was not from Fontaine, and thus fled the box with a loud noise. Realizing that there was trouble, Cowell entered the tunnel and met Lillian. Thinking that the waters had not yet taken effect, he decided to proceed. However, his opponent was more capable than he thought, and he was overcome, knocked unconscious, and placed into the magic box. And Lillian, according to her own statements, then changed clothes and hid until the performance ended, before hiding it. As for Linny, he was in the underground structures with... From this reconstruction of events, we can conclude that...
Hooray, Linny and Lynette!
While there is much in Linny and Lillian's conduct that should still... This case, at least, can be handed over to the oratories to make the final... As such, Linny and Lynette are officially declared not guilty.
Victory for Ace Detective Paimon!
Great work, partners.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
Next, I think we deserve an explanation. How did you find the water from the primordial sea in...
Right! Your discovery caused me to make a serious mistake, you know. Or was that not a discovery, but
I suspect that the accomplice mentioned in Cowell's notes was not Linny, but you, yes? I'm sure you know what you must do to lessen your sentence.
Speak quickly! Unless you want to earn yourself a one-way ticket to Coupon Town.
I was just following orders. We were supposed to place blame for the serial disappearances onto Linny, and thus cause suspicion to fall on the Fatui. The higher-ups said this was the best opportunity.
And now that your plan has fallen through, and the secrets of the water have been revealed, you have become a liability. Therefore, you would be wise to tell everything you know, and see...
Yes, Our boss discovered that the water can cause people to dissolve. It can also be made into a potion, which when extremely diluted, can cause people... We've been in this business for a while now, and have made decent mora off it. The disappearances were also the boss's idea.
And now he can no longer talk.
Such ruthlessness.
An outrageous act. All present, please submit to inspection immediately.
So, we're just going back now? That's true.
Traveler, Paimon! Please wait.
Linny...
I know you may not want to speak to me right now, but still, let me thank you again for defending me to the end, even after you learned that I'm a member of the Fatui. I guess. But I didn't approach you with any ulterior motives or ill intent. I've spoken to you as my... As for why I'm a Fatus, it's because the goals of the House of the Hearth align with those... That was how Father, who you might know as the Knave...
The Knave? The one who controls the House of the Hearth? She's your father?
That's right. And since we're here, I was wondering... Back when our parents first died, Lynette... To survive, I took to surreptitiously observing an older street performer who did magic. I took my sister through several streets until we found a crowded corner, and we began to perform. To my surprise, we proved to be pretty popular, and we could at least stop worrying about where our next meal would come from for a time. But before long, an aristocrat came to me and claimed that he wished to take us.
So you went from orphans to...
That was how we felt at first, too. As if fate was on our side and we could say goodbye to those painful But I gradually discovered that while we were called foster, he would constantly take me to all sorts of banquets to garner attention, which he would then use to expand his
That doesn't seem too bad either.
It took a while for me to realize. After one particular performance at a banquet, I discovered I waited a long time after we returned home, but she did not come back. The answer he gave me was, she caught the eye of the most eminent person at the banquet, so I sent her over as a gift.
Oh no. But wouldn't Fontaine's law...
As far as outsiders are concerned, this is a relationship akin to adoption or foster care, and they have their ways of escaping the eye. I managed to ferret out the location of the mansion of that so-called eminent person and hurried through the night. But by the all I saw was the moonlit ground covered in blood.
So, she'd already...
That's right. She had rescued my sister before she could come to any harm, and had even discovered several girls hidden in a basement. All of them, or the knave, might have seen something. The House of the Hearth welcomes you, for your interests align with ours. Here, none will ever betray you. Indeed, I was hesitant to trust her. I had just been but she was also quick to destroy the noble who had taken us in at first.
Oh, so that's how the two of you joined the House of the Hearth.
She has her own... She has gained permission from the Tsaritsa to first use the Gnosis' power once she obtains it. She plans to use it to find a way to...
So, she believes in that?
That's right. The whole House of the Hearth is currently working to combat that crisis. Today's case has also proven that people from Fontaine can indeed dissolve into some sort of water. Everyone at Hotel Bouffe d'été, including the knave, has their roots in Fontaine. To us orphans, the only connection we have left...
So, from small deeds like distributing magic pockets...
It's all right. I understand. I just hope you can understand that even as a member of the House, I have never stopped making my own decisions. If you should need anything at all in the future...
Bye, Linny!
Hey there! What was with the disappearing act you pulled right as the trial ended?
Were you looking for us, Navia?
Well, this whole thing isn't exactly over, is it? Huh? What's wrong, my dear partner?
Besides, are you sure we're the ones who can crack a case? And given that there's new evidence from the trial...
Ah, I see. Well, I won't lie. I'm a little shocked. Sorry. I might have...
Don't say that, Navi.
Aw, and we were having so much fun investigating with you, too. It was like having new waters flowing into a stagnant mire, causing new hope... Well, sorry about that. Wait, shall we have a farewell meal? You know, to...
Huh? Do we really need to get that formal?
Well, I'd just like to have a proper ending to every important memory. Anyway, it would just be a meal, so it shouldn't take up too much of...
You don't have to twist Paimon's arm if Boss Navi is treating...
Oh, wonderful. In that case, why don't we return to the court of Fontaine?
All right, then. Let's have our... Keep it